everyone and welcome to our latest video. My name's Faye and together with my husband Simon we are married to reselling and we sell full-time on eBay and Amazon. I'm going to show you what's going out today. It's a Monday. This is stuff that's sold over the weekend. Now it's been a bit of a quiet weekend because eBay is sort of broken, I guess. We can't send out offers to watchers. It's been a bit crazy. I know a lot of people in the reseller community, if you want to check that out, go over to Instagram and just search for hashtags or look us up. We're married to reselling over there. Have said that their sales have suffered. They haven't had any sales. We've still had sales, but we haven't been able to send out offers, so that has affected our sales, which is frustrating, but we're very grateful that we've still received sales. The first thing I'm going to show you this morning is a top that's sold on Vinted. I don't find Vinted very user friendly, but I'm happy for the sales. This sold for £10. It's called Kiwi & Co is the brand. It's an oversized jumper with a paint spill design on it. This was £1.96 and I sold it for £10 and the buyer pays postage. No fees on Vinted, so super happy with that. Now over to eBay. Some Psyche loose climbing chalk. So this is what climbers use on their hands and that to climb up walls and rocks and stuff. This was £4.70 in an auction bundle and just put it on for £6.49. That's fine. And then the next one's a great sale. It's a Regatta Women's Ramona waterproof insulated parka jacket. Listed this yesterday and it sold within 2 hours for £24.99. It cost £1.96. Then we've got this Patagonia Women's H2NO Trez 3-in-1 parka coat. This, I can't remember how much it cost because we have literally had it for years. So I bought it, I'm sure it was quite cheap, maybe maximum £10. And I bought it somewhere when we were out far from home and I couldn't return it when I realised that it had a hole in the pocket. And so bought it home, didn't list it for ages, and then I was going to try and get someone to repair it. And I had it in a bag, had it in the car, ready to send off to get repaired, and then lockdown hit. So I thought, well, I'm glad I didn't leave it somewhere because I would never have got it back probably. So that's been sitting around in our barn for ages. I listed that in December with the hole declared in it in the sort of lining of the pocket, and that sold for £100. It's going to America, so super happy with that. Another quick sale is this Tommy Hilfiger 1985 TH Flex Slim Fit long sleeve polo. Oh yeah, that Kiwi & Co is brand new with tags, and this Regatta is brand new without tags. This is brand new with tags and it cost £1.96 and it sold for £23 on eBay within sort of 24 hours of listing. This one's interesting. It's a spare bladder. Now when I saw this in an auction job lot, I thought, okay, it's a medical item. I'll leave that and come back to that. And then when I looked closely, I thought that can't be a medical item because there is meters and meters of this, so it's not a bladder. It's 600 centimeters of sort of plastic tubing and it's for camping. It's like an inflatable tent pole or awning pole, and that cost £4.70 and sold for £24.99. Got some luggage leather gloves, JLY luggage leather gloves, large. Brand new. They cost £1.93 in November 2020 in a big job lot. They sold for £11.99. Then we've got some bowls. I haven't got them here, so I'm going to point here because Simon's going to put a picture up. As in lawn bowls, Thomas Taylor Legacy. Bit of a story on our latest video about these. They were purchased, then the person decided to cancel after asking loads of questions, just as we were about to post them out. So we relisted them. They cost £25, sold for £100. We've got some frying pans. These have been sitting around in our barn for a long time and I finally pulled my finger out and listed them. They are Cotton Steel Pro frying pans, 2 of them, ceramic, sold for £12 plus post. Then we've got some 90s tunes. Anyone remember listening to this sort of stuff in the car, in their little Nova? I do. Helter Skelter, the Essential 8-pack, the Ultimate Dance Selection. 5 years in tapes, 1989 to 1994, drum and bass, cost £6.99, sold for £15. These are a return. I can't remember why, but they're M&S Collection bootleg needle cord trousers, size 18. These came back last week. We relisted them, and on the same day they sold again. They cost $4.99, sold for $20. A hat that's been hanging around for ages, since January last year. It's a New Era 920 baseball cap, light blue. That cost £3.32, sold for $6.50. We haven't sourced any hats really for a very long time, and we do really well with hats. We tend to buy them in bulk, so we've just got a few sort of hanging around now, and we made our money on those a long time ago, so happy to see those ones go out. And this is a vintage Lacoste chemise fleece, large, in orange, cream and red, made in France, and I think it's going to America via GSP. Yeah, it is. This cost £10, sold for $35. It's a really nice fleece. Then we've got Tchaikovsky's Matthew Bourne's Sleeping Beauty, A Gothic Romance DVD. This cost $1.99, sold for $14.99. And the other day in our sales video, I had something going out, a picture frame that I got in a 3 for £1 tub. So they were 33p each. This was another item that I got in that tub for 33p. It's the white bindweed fairy, the Flower Fairies collection, small ceramic plate with stand. Like I said, that cost 33p. That sold for $6.49. And then we have a Goebel figurine. This is March Wind from 1960 to 1972. I think this would have been in a job lot, and he's had a repair done on his scarf, not by us, so we had to declare that. Cost £6 and 5p, sold for £12, so not great, but it's sold and we made a £1 or £2. Okay, we're still feeling the effects of the issue on eBay about sending out offers to watchers, so very frustrating because it is affecting our sales. However, Vinted is doing really well for us at the moment. So on Vinted we have a Next puffer jacket, UK 10 petite. This costs $1.96, and I took an offer on that because I thought it's a funny old size. I just want to get it going. It takes up a lot of room. That went for £10, and the buyer pays postage, so £10 comes to me for that jacket. I paid $1.96, so super happy with that. And then I've also got this And Other Stories dress. This was $1.96. They're all out of some pallets of clothing we bought less than 2 weeks ago. That one sold for £15.19. Again, the buyer pays postage on that. And then we've got this Azel clothing. It's like a two-piece, sort of Love Island style, something. I don't know many people wear this sort of thing, but it's the fashion for youngsters. I feel old. That sold for £10. That cost $1.96 as well. Yeah, again, that was Vinted, listed in the last couple of days. I was sending out I had loads of interest in that, and I just kept sending out £10 offers because it's just a bit niche. Then eBay, H&M fine knit polo neck jumper. That was $1.96. That sold for £15.49. That's out of the same palette of clothing. We also have this Kelly Scandinavia jumper dress, size 12. Had that since around October time. That cost £8 and sold for $18.99, so not great. I've got this H&M draped shirt dress, extra large. All of these items are brand new with tags that are $1.96. This was $1.96. This sold for £15. That was from the palette. As was this H&M oversized shacket medium, and that cost $1.96 and sold for $24.99. So some great sales going out from stuff that we've picked up recently, so we're really happy with that. And let's just hope eBay turn the offer, well, fix the offer function on, because hopefully we'll get more sales.
We have a few more auction items. As we said in our last video, it's going to be the last one, certainly the last one for a while. However, as Faye predicted, a few of them relisted, 24 I think relisted, so there's a good chance that none of those will sell, so you might not see them next week. But in the meantime, we sold, this is just a just for wear, it's wrapped up, it's a little just for wear bowl and plate, or trinket dish and plate, sold for 99p. These are all plus post, of course. This is an owl ornament, like a glass owl ornament. These are some like balloon things, 99p. A black and brown striped scarf, 99p. This Judith March corduroy needle cord jacket, large, 99p. Trivial Pursuit. I don't know where we got this from. It must have been the auction. We wouldn't pick this up to resell. The old Genesis edition, very, very old. There's just no value in them. So that's sold for 99p. It's heavy. I don't think I've got courier postage on that. I think I've got normal, so I'm hoping that's not over 2 kilos, but it could well be. A bit of a fail then there. And this didn't sell on auction, but I forgot to give it to Faye to show. It's a go ball. It's Schoolboy. It's been listed for a while, about 8 or 9 months. So it's one of the last of them that we've got left. That sold for £13.99. It cost, I think, £4 and 5p or something like that. We also sold 3 things to the same customer. Some briefs or something, knickers, a little hair clip, and some like ceramic kind of cups without handles. We didn't actually know exactly what they were. Faye put that in the title, which wasn't sure, or in the description. She wasn't sure what they were intended for. But anyway, so they all sold for 99p plus 1 lot of postage, because I combined postage on those. It's the end of the week now, and we just thought we'd run through a few more things with you. So some stuff that's sold. First of all, we'll just sort of go through some more interesting ones. I'll pop them up on the screen somewhere. Look, left a little gap here.
Had a decent paperweight sale today. Well, not today, this week. Cost £4, sold for £21.99. It was the Robert Held Art Glass paperweight. We have had, I'm so glad to see the back of it, a mint velvet blazer that I think we got it from the garage sale trail, garden trail.
Oh, was it one of those, was it?
Yeah. The picture I took was so bad. I took another load of pictures and they were also so bad. It was really hard to capture the colour. So that's gone for £9.99. That cost £2.54. We sold those motorcycle salopettes you picked up.
Oh yeah, it was a bit of a fail in the end, really, wasn't it? I mean, I picked them up for £20. Yeah, we have a 20% offer on at the moment, coupon. So they went out at £31.99. I mean, it's okay. I got money back, just about.
The beer glasses, the Spanish beer glasses you got from the pub closing down sale have done really well this week. We've hardly got any left.
No.
You're really sad about it, aren't you?
Yeah, because it's one of those nice, like, little, you know, ones that just keeps on giving. But no, their generosity is soon to wear out. Oh, we sold the...
Oh, yeah. What were you going to say, this one or this one?
This one, yeah. We sold the Pearl vase. It's a vase I picked up on a solo source. And what is that behind this? Moved it. Yeah, I got it on a solo source. It was like the sort of thing where it was like, okay, it cost £2.
£2.50.
And it was a bit of a punt in the end. It had a big hairline crack down it, which I knew when I bought it. It sold for just under £21.
Well done. We also have had some Christmas decorations for a couple of years. They were an auction pickup, a bulk job lot of like box. They're nice Christmas, they're baubles in like a Christmas tree shaped box. Modern, colourful, all matching, and they were just hanging around like a bad smell. But we finally sold the last one today. Did you know that?
No, because we thought we sold the last one yesterday, and then when I went and picked, I realised I must have just gone one under, so we still had one left.
That sold this morning.
Woohoo! Well, you've gone down. That's the lady paid for the
3 dresses and a hat.
Oh, actually, no, that's in the discussion in the messages. Yeah, so we had finally someone that paid, that kept promising to pay. They were on holiday, then they were driving back. I don't know where they were driving back from, because it still took them over 24 hours to pay after that. Anyway, they finally paid. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a mo.
Interestingly, we had a Mill Fury paperweight sale this week. Now, on Tuesday, my sister came. She does reselling with her husband. And she came here and worked with us all day Tuesday just to get out the house and have a different environment and some sort of less distractions, because she's got a little one and household chores and stuff. So she came here and she brought paperweight with her to list, because she loves glass as well. And I said, oh, that's nice. She listed it, and then I realised that we'd got one practically the same, just slightly different colours, and it sold I think that evening for £13, and then 2 days later hers sold for £14.44, so could have got a little bit more for ours maybe. It's been steady for sales for sort of mid-January. We've done really well on Vinted this past week again. Really pleased with that. I'm cross-listing to Vinted and Depop all the time. We sold one thing on Depop, maybe 2 things on Depop this week, which isn't great. I don't know why. I get a lot of likes and stuff on Depop, but I've had offers as well, because you can now send offers on Depop. I've had 2 offers, but they were so low, I declined them because you can't counter. But Vinted, I get notifications every time someone favourites an item, and I respond with an offer straight away, and it's paying off. There's no fees on Vinted either, so that's really good.
So we're just going to take a look at some messages now. The reason we share these messages, we're not trying to sort of shame customers or anything like that. We are literally just showing you how we handle things. See a lot of posts, mainly in Facebook groups, where people are really worried about situations that they're in with customers, and they really don't always understand that, you know, they have rights too as a seller. You know, you run your business, you choose how to run your business. You should also always be polite and friendly and everything else, but also, you know, follow the process, follow the policy. But these are some of the messages that we've received this week, and we just wanted to let you know how we dealt with them.
And plus, just show you like what real life is when it comes to reselling. Like, everyone gets these messages, don't they? People get more,
Crazy
people get less.
messages.
Yeah, and people share them on Instagram. There's like a big reseller community there that we've talked about so many times, but people share some funny ones over there, don't they, or crazy ones, or ask for help with some of them. So yeah, it's common. So I had 2 offers on 2 dresses earlier, maybe last weekend it could have been, or end of last week, which I accepted. And someone bought a hat, and I realised that actually these 2 offers I'd accepted and the hat were all for the same person, which was great. And we sent a payment reminder and got a message back saying, "Hi there, I'm on holiday at the moment. Would it be possible to pay you on my return on the 18th of January when I can be assured I'll be around for delivery? Sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you." And then she put her name, and then in brackets, returning customer. So you replied.
Yeah, I said basically the usual, which is you've got 96 hours to pay, and if you haven't paid within, which is fine with us, but if you haven't paid within 96 hours, you'll automatically get a non-payment strike, and the order will be cancelled, or the item will be cancelled.
Then I had received 2 offers on 2 other dresses, which I accepted, and then I realised it was her. So she was then putting forward more offers for things before she'd even paid for the last lot.
We waited, and she was getting automatic payment reminders from eBay, and she was checking again, "Oh, is it okay to pay on Tuesday?" We said, "Well, you've got 96 hours from when you've ordered the item, so whenever that is, that's when you need to pay by."
Yeah, she was going to pay first thing, wasn't she?
Yeah, first thing on Tuesday, and then she didn't pay on Tuesday, so I sent her a quick message to say, "Do you want to pay, or can I sell these to someone else, please, and cancel your order?" She said, "No, I'm going to pay, I'm just driving home." And then
It could have been France, it could have been the local shop.
yeah, and then stupidly, I then created an invoice which pulled all 4 together, and what that did was it reset the clock on the 96 hours, and also it meant that if she didn't pay, instead of getting 4 strikes for 4 separate orders, she would only get 1. So I was kicking myself for that. So I think I messaged her again and said, "Look, do you want 4 strikes?" And she paid. It's just a waste of everyone's time. If you make an offer and you place an order, just
pay.
Just pay. It's just a waste of everyone's time. Anyway, she said she's a returning customer, and she won't be a returning customer anymore because I've blocked her.
Okay, we've got another message here. "Hi, which photo better shows the actual colour of this top? Thank you."
Tough on this. It's a purple top. I looked at the 2 photos, and yeah, because one of them was close up. Our approach is to be non-committal. I see colour quite differently to Faye. Faye is always like ribbing me about my browns and my greens, and like things like red and orange and pink. I think it's because I see a bigger colour spectrum, so I'll say something's orange when most people will just look at it and go, "No, that's red." But
the stuff you come out with.
But actually, it's because, you know, I've got that extra insight into colour. Anyway,
we didn't confirm.
we didn't reply to that because, you know, you're just setting yourself up for an iron ad.
Yeah, item not
Whereas
as
the
described.
customer can decide for themselves.
If they want to return it because they don't like it or whatever.
That's absolutely fine. We've got no problems with returns, nothing at all. As long as they put the right reason for the return, we've got no problem with returns. If someone wants to order something and find out whether it fits them, and then if it doesn't, send it back at their own cost, you know, we're still losing out on the outgoing postage, but that's fine by us, because that, to be honest, is easier than constantly toing and froing with messages and potentially contradicting yourself. There's two of us as well, so we can both see things differently.
Because of my broad knowledge spectrum of everything. Okay, dear madam, please sell the Little Mermaid mug to me for £13. I do not have much money and it is for my 6-year-old niece who is not well with flu. Please sell it to me for £13. Caroline.
This was up for $21 or $22.99, I think. So it's a bit of a big jump. I didn't reply to that, did you?
I don't think so. I think I might have just declined her offers and then just wrote back no. Please could you tell me how long this dress is in centimetres? Thank you, Karen.
In the listing it said, like, shoulder to hem, 93 centimetres. Faye did reply to that one and said it's in the listing, and then they replied saying there should be a more observant.
Good evening. I was wondering whether you might accept £20 plus postage, please. Many thanks in advance. All the best, Kim. I can't even remember what this was for.
It was for a Hush or something top,
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
And the thing is, as well, is that we have free postage. Don't know exactly what they're asking there in terms of the price, but it was, I think it was on for like $26 or $29.99, and Faye had already gone back a couple of times with counter offers, and then in the end she offered 21, and I think Faye had enough and accepted, because I thought we were just going to ignore that. But you know, it was obviously good profit, so
It was.
we went for it. Stay tuned, we've got a mini source coming up in a little while as well.
Best price ASAP. What is the pit-to-pit measurement? Thanks.
I think we probably said it last week. If you get a feeling about a customer, once you've had like 2 or 3 messages from the same customer and they haven't even bought anything from you yet, red flag, block them, forget about it. And this is one of those. So this person sent this message, then they were confused because we've got a coupon on, but they'd also received an offer. Obviously, we don't know who the offers are getting sent to. We just send the offers to interested parties. So they had an offer for, they could have bought it for $49.99 minus 20% with a coupon, which is $39.99. Or they had an offer from us come through for $44.99. And they were trying to take the offer for $44.99 plus get 20% off
Of that.
So they were trying to get it for $35. I explained to them that offers and coupons are completely separate to each other, and if I was them, I would buy it at $49.99 minus the 20% off coupon. In the meantime, they went ahead and accepted the offer for $44.99. So then immediately we got a cancellation request from them. This was about 12 messages, just ridiculous. So we get a cancellation request from them saying, oh, okay, no, I'll buy it with the coupon. So I just cancelled it and blocked them, and then sold similar, so they couldn't just go back to the same listing and then start asking why they couldn't buy it or whatever. They did send another message saying they were happy to pay for $39.99. Could we send them an offer and all that? They're just not getting it at that stage. Anyway, 24 hours later, the item has sold for £40, and it wasn't to them.
Also, what narked me about this was the fact that he didn't put hello or anything, just best price ASAP. No one talks to me like that on here. Absolutely no way. And also he asked...
You're setting yourself up for all sorts of messages now.
And then he said, what's the pit-to-pit measurement? Well, it was a brand new with tags jacket, but the jacket was folded up in a really nice way with like a cardboard branded strip around it, so I'd have had to have taken it all apart and never get it back how it was, and I just wasn't prepared to do that. Otherwise I would put the measurements in. I put the measurements in every listing I do.
Yeah. We didn't reply to their message, this one, pit to pit. They still bought it without knowing the measurement, and then all during them trying to work out how to get their best price, they still kept saying, what's the pit to pit? And I'm just thinking, no, this is coming, you know, this is coming back.
And it will come back without that cardboard on, it will come back all...
Yeah, with the seal, with the bag open. If you saw our latest video, you'll have seen Faye absolutely smashing it with 3 pallets. She got trigger happy at the auction and spent just over £1,000. She's working through it because she knows that's what she must do.
I've been...
As a result
Yeah.
of spending £1,050.
Yeah, I didn't just buy it and then think, oh yeah, I'll deal with that in a couple of years.
Yeah, so it's very, very high priority, obviously, when you outlay that much.
I've been
Yes,
on it, haven't I?
Yes. So we're going to provide an update in a little while, so stay tuned.
Hello, I haven't received the item, but it shows that it's been delivered.
Okay, this is a good one. This was a board game listed on Amazon, cross-listed over to eBay, and it's sold on eBay, and Amazon delivered the item. I think it was just before the new year, or just before Christmas. Now the tracking does show, I just had a quick look, tracking shows as delivered, so quite simply I just asked them to open an item not received case, because all that happens then is the item not received case opens, I re-add the tracking, and the case is closed in our favour. That is how to handle these. Don't be scared of asking people to open cases, because if you start, oh okay, well I'll refund you or whatever, you know, you could be getting scammed. And funnily enough, no case has been opened, and that was about 5 days ago. So that is my suggestion.
Hi, this hasn't been delivered yet. Are you able to track it, please? I clicked the link, but it didn't work. Thanks, Linda.
I think it was a large letter, £10 item.
Yeah, it cost me £1.
Yeah, so it didn't go tracked. It's funny how it's always the large letters that go missing. I've replied to that one basically with our standard reply, which I've put on Instagram before, which basically says along the lines of, sorry it hasn't been delivered, there are some delays in the Royal Mail network. Please can you wait to see if it arrives this week? And if not, let me know, at which point I will open an investigation with Royal Mail Revenue Protection, who will check the GPS, 2D barcode, and come back to me with a location. Now that, usually, if they're trying it on, is enough to scare them away. When you start mentioning Royal Mail Revenue Protection. It does exist, so they can Google that, it exists, it's a department that exists. Used to get audited by them all the time back in when I worked for a company. This
week had its fair share of blooming messages, didn't it?
It was more messages from less people.
I had one on Vinted actually. I had a coat for sale. Someone sent me an offer. I accepted it and then I didn't hear anything from them all day. I'm not a Vinted pro, I've only been doing it a little while, but it's not too complicated to figure out. There's not as many rules as eBay. And so the next morning I thought, I really want to sell this jacket to someone else. So I messaged them and said, are you going to pay for this? Do you still want it? And it's still for sale on Vinted. So by me accepting an offer, it doesn't delist it. Everyone can still see it. So they never replied. So that evening I got another offer, which I accepted, and that person paid straight away. And within 10 minutes of that person paying, the original person that sent me an offer that I accepted said, oh, is this sold to someone else? I said, yeah, it has. And they said, oh, that's not fair. And I said, well, I accepted your offer last night, and
I've been ghosted.
Yeah, you haven't responded to me. They just kept going on about how it wasn't fair, and I said, look, if you've got an issue with the way Vinted run their platform, then let them know, because you never asked me to reserve it, because you can reserve an item, and they never asked me to reserve the item, and I don't reserve items on Vinted because I've done that before and people don't come back, and I think it does take it off. Like no one else can see the listing, so no one else can make an offer. So in the end, I just said, look, if you've got a problem with Vinted and the way they...
Didn't they tell you that you had to hold it for 30 days?
Something like that, yeah.
Does anyone ever heard anything like that? Do let us know.
Yeah, apparently I had to keep it for them for 30 days. Well, no. Oh, yeah.
Just on a verbal, do you mind if I have this for 20 quid or whatever?
And I said, look, I wanted to sell it to someone else. I wanted the money for it. And then they wrote back, it's not going to make you rich. No one said anything about getting rich. I just wanted to sell the coat while it's still coat season. That went to someone else who left me feedback. He's very happy and I've received the money. So
there you go. It all works out.
Yeah, so just if you want to try Vinted, my tip is don't reserve anything for anyone, and don't be offended if someone says it's not fair because you sold it to someone else. Just move on. Doesn't matter. So we had a couple of little sort of mini sourcing trips this week just gone. We had one where we were supposed to go to the pub for lunch and ended up going somewhere else that was right next to a charity shop. So we went in the charity shop's our local one, isn't it?
Our local pub had a big thing about their new menu because they've really gone downhill in the last year, and there's a new chef there, and they were asking everyone on Facebook, what can we do better? And
it's the only pub in the village.
And what do we need to do? And blah, blah, blah. So they got loads and loads and loads of feedback, and then they invited everyone along to get 25% off, and everyone turned up, and guess what? Their kitchen wasn't working. So off we went Chaswing and somewhere else.
Yeah, we just popped to a little cafe that was right by our favourite charity shop. It was good though, so we did the post, went to the supermarket and picked up a few bits, didn't we? So I picked up this. I think this was the only thing I picked up in that, oh no, that as well. 2 things I picked up that day. This is a glass plate with leaves on it, and it says made in Germany, original Walter glass, and I looked the brand up on eBay, sold, and it sort of ranges between £5 and £30, so I'm going to go for £29.99. Did I say I paid Did I pay £2.99?
You did pay £2.99.
I also picked this bag up. It's a Casey Loxton London sort of bucket bag. Brand new, unused, still got the tags. I paid £8.99 for this one. I'm not sure what I'm going to list that for yet. But yeah, happy. And then later in the week, you said, should we go out to another town and go around the charity shops? I was like, oh yeah.
Nearly fell over, didn't you?
I did nearly fall over. It's normally me. It's like, come on, let's go out. But yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. So the only thing I picked up were these 2 IKEA milkshake glasses. This is the 3rd lot I've picked up before. These were $1.25 each, and we sold them sort of in the last 6 weeks. I can't remember how much we got for them.
20 quid-ish, I think, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, but they're nice. Good for milkshakes.
Milkshake glasses are always good for milkshakes.
Yes.
I'm just going to whip through.
Are you? Whip.
Whip. He's got some DVDs and games.
Oh, you got some good ones in here, didn't you?
I have.
Ooh, you've sold a cross-stitch kit for £6.99. Not picking up cross-stitch kits anymore. Some people do really well with them, and we've only done well with Disney ones, so that's my preference.
Who Shook Hook? I have a feeling A to Z Resellers picked this up recently. I'm sure they showed us it on a WhatsApp video. £3 that is used, or a paid used.
$32.99 currently for sale used, no new.
Faye's just reading out the currently for sale on Amazon prices. Sort It Out, £2.
This is for sale for $22.95 used.
A Ravensburger LOL, what's it called? LOL Surprise. Puzzle 4x100, £1.50 a page.
Excellent. That's only available new for £25.
A 500-piece Ravensburger Puzzle The Teacher, paid £2. It's half price.
I think that's out of stock. Yes, it is.
Good. Got this. It doesn't scan or anything. It's a backgammon and chess set, which we do pretty well with. I might not even sell it in the box. I paid £5. And I'll aim for over 20. Oh, Call the Midwife, the board game again.
Oh, the barcode's huge.
If you watched our, I had to cover it up with 2 labels when I sent it to Amazon. If you watched our sort of pre or December sourcing.
Call the Midwife, the board game.
Yeah, I mean, I
Women all over Poplar are going into labour.
I had to think of the worst TV programme, not that I've ever watched it, but it really isn't my bag. It would be that as the most rubbish board game you could ever.
Should we get that out on Christmas Day?
Game ever.
Can we play it?
We thought, no.
I'd love to play it with you. Come on.
Play it with your mum. I'm not playing this game. £3 that was.
That's only available new for $24.71. I actually saw that board game in the shop we bought it from before Christmas. For how much did you say it originally was?
£6 it was, yeah.
I'm sure it was more than that when I saw it before Christmas. And I chuckled to myself. I think they wanted 10 for it.
Polarity, paid £3.
That is currently for sale, used for £30.
And Trivial Pursuit for kids, always pick this one up if you can. The one with the big dinosaur, the roaring dinosaur on the front, just £2.50. It's always a nice quick flip. It's not going to make you rich like that lady said on Vintage.
Oh, £15.50 used.
And £4 for Senior Moments, brand new and sealed.
Ooh.
We see this a lot used, and I keep every sort of couple of months I just scan everything. I'll have another little look. I mean, I think this is one where I was kind of like, £4 brand new and sealed.
£21.99 new.
Yeah. And this Game of Thrones, Hand of the King. Did I say Thrones? Don't know what I said then.
Game of Thrones.
It's not really Game of... I mean, someone might know about this. I don't. But anyway, whatever it is.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I know. It's £1.99.
£9.99 new. None available used.
Yeah. I'm sure it was more than that when I looked at it. There you go. It's a good one, isn't it?
End on a high note with the mini haul.
We get a few requests, mainly through Instagram.
Yeah, people contact us through there, don't they?
Yeah, we get quite a lot of contact, sort of people looking for help, but also we get sort of people looking for collaborations and stuff, so from YouTube or whatever. It's a bit weird though, because we've been, just in the last sort of week, or well, since sort of Christmas, and we kind of had a bit of social media time off between Christmas and New Year, so we didn't get to all the messages. But we had a vintage wholesaler contact us down in Cornwall, waxing lyrical.
It's basically wanted to send us a vintage bundle that we could talk about on our video.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if it's the fact that we sort of said, you know, any video that we make about anything like that will be honest, that put them off. But very recently we had a well-known tech company who do sort of Amazon software. They contacted us because they just watched one about the Amazon sale prices, which was a couple of weeks ago. They wanted to sponsor a video, which is great. Except when I replied to them and said, yeah, we can do that. You know, we have a lot of people ask us questions about about Amazon. In fact, the Q&A video that's coming up very, very shortly, it'll be the next video I think, has a lot of questions about Amazon. And then their reply to that was, oh, really sorry that you don't really work with Amazon. You don't have an Amazon account. Our software is geared towards Amazon users, so great that you're doing eBay and everything, and I was just like, what a waste of my time. So I told them, yeah,
don't take time out to sort of schmooze us, and then when we reply, sort of
show complete disrespect for our time.
Well, we would happily have worked with them. It's definitely something that we think would benefit our viewers.
And ourselves.
And us, yeah. And I mean, we're familiar with them, and we have looked into like sort of working on their with their product before, but
and some other products.
And I got really confused because they'd ended up deleting a message.
They then deleted their original reply.
But if you're watching this video and you run a business, or you've got a product that you think that could benefit us and our viewers, then please get in touch, because we are really approachable and we're really up for working with people that if we think it's a benefit to everyone. So don't be scared off by this, but we're just sort of showing you that there's so many time wasters out there. Well, a pallet update for you. I've done some number crunching. And I reckon we've had about £535 worth of sales come in was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, first sale was 13th of January. We're recording this on the 22nd, so
yeah.
So
2 weeks ago yesterday we won it, but we didn't pick pallet 3 up until 2 weeks ago tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've been listing every day. And I'm quite pleased so far. I mean, I've still got lots to list, I have to say, but we broke it down into sort of price bands as to like a target of where we thought we'd be.
So the target is the number of items that we wanted to list at those prices, and therefore sell. Aiming
for at least 10 with a £50 plus selling price. I haven't listed any yet, so therefore I haven't sold any yet, but I know I've got one thing coming up, definitely. Between £40 to £49.99, we have sold 2. We were aiming for 10. I think I've only listed 2. 30 to 39.99, the target is 20. We've sold 1 so far. 20 to 29.99, the target was 60. We've sold 7 so far. £10 to 19.99, the target was 200. We've sold 15 so far. Under £9.99 was a target of 63. We've sold 2. Bundles at £19.99, the target was 17. We've sold none because I haven't listed any yet. And
they'll probably be last because you'll end up with more stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm leaving those till last, definitely. I'm really pleased with how it's gone so far. I am listing, and these are taken from eBay, Vinted and Depop. We've sold 1 on Depop. I don't know what it is about Depop, but Vintage's been really good.
Yeah, so the 535, that's before postage, before fees or anything like that. We're just grouping it all together in terms of eBay and Vinted and Depop, because obviously Vinted there's no fees, so that's fine. So for the purposes of this, you know, it's turnover, £535 approximately. It's pretty good. It's like a third of the way. You know, if we think about sort of roughly after fees, we're probably about a third of the way to getting the money back, and we've listed like, you know, a small percentage, certainly not a third.
No.
So yeah.
And that's in January when people don't spend as much, apparently. So that reaches the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like this video. We asked for likes in the last video and you did so well. And I think where we're at with that one is just like a couple short of 1,000 likes. It's just short of 100 likes. I think it's at 98. So if you can get this 100 likes really quickly, I'd be so happy. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Bye.